teammate, but this was such a solid win for Donald Trump that Josh Shapiro, even if he delivered Pennsylvania, and he may not have been able to, that wouldn't have turned some of these other battleground states around. So the second guessing with her may not be as pronounced as what's coming for Joe Biden, because this was the bed he made, and now Democrats are sleeping in it.
BBC's North America correspondent Anthony Zercher. So the news is that Donald Trump is on the cusp of a second spell in the White House. The numbers from CBS, our official US election partner: 266 electoral college votes for Donald Trump, 219 for Kamala Harris. You need 270 to win. Stay with us.
This is the BBC World Service, and in South America, the jaguar is running out of places to live.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc. For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting, then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
The best radio show.
All around the world.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. Don't go nowhere. UK, London. We they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And I sabi you know, just have fun and stay blessed.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
In your car,
At work.
at home.
On your smartphone.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK. Today's what? Wednesday edition of the morning show, the day after the US elections. But wherever you are, I say apologies to you for not coming your way for the past few, it's almost a week since we came live to you with the morning show, but it's all been because I've been under the weather. The weather was over me, but thank God we are well and kicking, and today we are here once again. Don't you worry, you'll be seeing my face pretty soon. But let me say good morning to my brother and co-presenter, Mr. Olayomi Koiki. He's been holding the bug to make sure that I'm okay so that we could come on and bring you the program, because lots of things are happening and we need to share it with our worldwide listeners. He'll be joining us exactly in the next couple of minutes, but whilst we prepare ourselves for that, let me now quickly take you to let me say good morning to Anthony Andideji, Aziz, Shamsuddin, Bishop Adeshina, just bear with me, wherever you all are. Bishop Adeshina, good morning. Felix, good morning to you. Kojo D, good morning. Mr. Dan Teberi, CEO of GL Accountancy Services, good morning to you. Let me say good morning also to who else? Say a few days under the weather and my brains are all like, because I was in the US, no problem. But it's all good, right? Good. So just prepare yourself. In the next few moments, we'll be having Mr. Olayomi Koiki coming in to bring you the updates from Nigeria. But before he does so, let me tell you what is happening when it comes to the quote for the day. The quote for the day says what for today, the 6th day of November 2024. Learning to take constructive criticism is one of the smartest attitude changes you can make because it puts you on the fast track to progress. That is by way of the quote for the day. The weather a bit murky there, but you know what? Whatever it is, we will be planning with it and making sure everything goes well there, right? Somebody say, yeah, it's just a summary of everything, right? And the travels as well. This morning I cannot bring you that, but if you are traveling here in the UK, in London, make sure that you keep your eyes on the roads. But what about Nigeria? What about Africa? What about the US? What about Europe? Wherever you are, you got to keep your eyes on the roads whilst on your move. So wherever you are, once again, let me say good morning there to you as well, and let me say enjoy your commute. Okay, now let's go global trotting. The news, and as you all know, well, topmost, as of now, 11 o'clock exactly, and I can tell you, Kamala Harris 223 and Donald Trump 279. So Donald Trump has crossed the line, and Donald Trump has won. Well, he won the popular vote, and he won the college vote as well. Okay, so he will say that he's a people's choice. But I'll be talking more about that, the effect of that win over Africa, over the Middle East, and other parts of the world, especially those of us here in the UK as well. But when it comes to Nigeria, there are a few issues that we have to be looking at as well. Tinubu congratulates Trump, yes, as we say, to strengthen U.S.-Nigeria relationship. My apologies there. Just bear with me. On the other side, gunmen kidnap Catholic priest Reverend Father Emmanuel Azubuike in Imo State. And Peter Obi decries constant national grid collapse, says Nigeria must elect capable, competent leaders. Well, the president will tell you that he's doing his best. He's put everything there. Even he's paid the bills for the presidential villa, making sure that everything is up there. Okay, so if the grid is collapsing, it might not be his fault. So who and how do we do that? I'll be telling you more about that as well. World Bank earmarks $50 million to support Nigeria's food nutrition challenges. Do you mean to say that one Nigerian person cannot even, afford to give $50 million? Yes, they can. But the question is, are we going to be using it the way that it's supposed to? It wouldn't end up in some people's pocket? Or do you think that all the richest people in Nigeria cannot contribute 50 million to help? It's because of the insecurity and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you more about that. No glass off against Dangote. Oil marketers clarify after monopoly allegation. Well, we know what is happening on that front. We know what is happening on that front. But this and a lot more are going to be coming your way. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. While still waiting for Mr. Olayomi Koiki to join in. In other parts of the world, well, it's more to do with reactions from other parts of the world. Netanyahu and Starmer lead congratulations to Trump. And then Chris Mason, what a Trump victory means for the UK. We'll tell you more about that as well, and what it means for other parts of the world. Okay. And so what does it mean for women in politics? Those who are trying to run for the presidency when it comes to U.S. politics. What do you think? Do you think that still it's not time for a female or a woman to become the leader of the free world? What do you think about all that? Lots more going to be coming your way from there. This is we're from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And I can tell you at 3 minutes past 11, where I think we have Mr. Olayomi Koiki. It looks like his image is a bit frozen there, but he is on, and we'll be crossing over to him because we got lots and lots and lots to talk about this morning. Let's see whether yes, I think he can hear us now. Okay, but this image is sort of static. So he will sort that out as we continue with the program. It is Starr Radio UK. Yes, I can see him all well and kicking. And let's go to him straight in our North London studios, where I think he is at the moment, because we've been all moving around a lot, trying to get all the information, the necessary information that we all need. And I say, Yomi, good morning to you.
Good morning. Not sure if my image
is frozen. Yeah, it's frozen.
No, I think there's a bit of movement.
Okay, yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, you're back.
Very good morning to you, Archie, and also a very good morning to all our viewers from around the world. And welcome once again to the morning show on a Wednesday. A very beautiful day back here from London. As you can see, I'm in the studio in London, not on the go as we have been a couple of days, but let me come back to you because there's so much happening and we want to make sure all our listeners around the world are kept up to date. Especially we've been off air for almost 72 hours, and it seems that many of our listeners are concerned, they're worried of not listening to the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London that brings them up-to-date news of what is happening around the globe.
Yes. As I said earlier on during the introduction, sincere apologies to every one of you who listen to us. Ill health and all stuff, but thank God we are still alive. Yomi's line is dropped, but I know that he's going to be calling us back, so just bear with us whilst we try to get him back on. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, I think he's having a bit of connectivity issue there, so let's try. Okay, I think is he on? Let's see. Yes, I think I can see a movement there, which means that is on. All right. Okay, good. Yes, so my apologies there for the feedback. Okay. Yes, listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, and it is now 6 minutes past the top of the hour. It is the Wednesday edition of the morning show, and we've got lots to bring you because we know lots of information has broken. But first of all, let's come to the most current story that is going around with the victory or the triumph of Donald Trump, and the fact that the president has even called him to congratulate him. All in line with the U.S. and Nigeria relationship. And as I was saying, what is the election of Donald Trump how is it going to impact the relationship between Africa and the U.S. and especially Nigeria this time? Yomi.
Well, as you said, quite a lot of development coming from America, and I know as many of our listeners that are from Nigeria that have lived in the state that are doing very well would also be monitoring the kind of what we can call a message of what many thought might not be, because when you look at Donald Trump and some of what has been played out, for some time, you will realize that he's a man that, kind of not giving up. But you're quite right. Congratulatory messages are flying from around the globe, and likewise, the president Bola Tinubu has also, sent in his own congratulatory message as well to the president-elect. I believe we can call it off now because it has also been called off from different, part of the, medias around the world. And I'll be telling you, what the president is saying in terms of this message that has come through, is one of his spokesperson, that is Bayo Onanuga, regarding, message to Donald Trump. Let's see what, the president is saying. Because, like I said, it's quite a lot of emotion out there, I'm sure, for the president. I'm sure we'll be going into that. But from what the president is saying this morning from Bayo Onanuga goes this way, and I'm going to be brief, as much as possible. Bear with me. Yes, President Bola Tinubu congratulate President-elect Donald Trump on his re-election as the 47th President of the United States of America. President Tinubu looks forward to strengthening the ties between Nigeria and the United States amid the complex challenges and opportunities of the contemporary world. I will leave that for there, but the president also says together we can foster the economic cooperation, promote peace, and address global challenges that are affecting our citizens. I'm sure there's quite a lot of global challenges, and I'm sure the ties with whether Nigeria will remain one, as many other issues are rising up quickly, will be determined, in this administration of Trump. But let me come back again to you, Mr. Archie, back in the studio.
Well, it is quite an interesting one. I mean, if you listen to the rhetorics of Donald Trump and everything, then I tell our leaders that it's about time that they sit up and look at things the way they're supposed to. The fact that you go congratulate him, I mean, even his own countries, the countries, advanced countries who, let's say they are competitive with him, he's even looking down on them saying America first. But when will it be Nigeria first, Ghana first, or whatever African country first, where we are, whatever things that we are doing, we are looking at the interest and the welfare of our people. And are people going to turn and vote like the way people think that, oh, well, this person, he has done that here, but they think that he's saying what the people want to hear. Are we going to hear anything of the sort? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. You can let your comments come through and we'll be looking at that as well. But Yomi, do you think that, I mean, looking at everything, is it that Nigeria is going to have a very good trade terms with the U.S.?
Well, I believe Nigeria has always, have, a cordial relationship, with America for a very long time, in the past, and we remain, one of those, African countries, that Nigeria has not played with. But, if we play back, some of the president, I've not visited Nigeria. There was a lot of expectation that, Barack Obama was going to pay that courtesy visit, to Nigeria, but apparently that did not play out. Joe Biden, the same thing. Whether Trump this time around, will be able to look inward, into, Nigeria, because the relationship, has been cordial. But also there's a lot, when it comes to the insecurity, because the insecurity means that, America that was operating from Niger, have now been cut out. And that means that, there is now, a kind of a gap between, that Sahel. Remember that is a route that many things should have gone through. The gas wanted to pass through there. There's a lot of activities of the, the Boko Haram and the ISIS. Again, we can see, Russia, penetrating into Africa. How, this administration will be able to work with Africa, mostly Nigeria, is something that many people will be looking up to in the next couple of days and years of the next 4 years of the 47th, president of the United States of America.
Okay, listeners. This is Starr Radio UK. Mr. Olayomi again in North London studios. I'm actually here in the South studios, and we'll bring you updates from Nigeria. Now let's go to some of the substantive issues going on. Gunmen kidnap Catholic priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Ozumike in Imo State. Now we thought that maybe the security situation in Nigeria is improving, because we talk to most of the government spokespersons. They all come out, seem to be painting a picture that things are doing very, very well. The other time we had information that is it the army chief or they had passed, and there were rumors about that it wasn't.
Well, it's no longer a rumor, because I thought we were going to start from there, because he has actually passed on.
Oh my wow!
So I'm sure you probably didn't pick that, but I'm going to go straight to that. Yes, it's breaking news. It has now been officially confirmed again by Bayo Ononuga. Bayo Ononuga is the is a spokesperson is a special advice, information and strategy to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And just before we're coming on air 1 hour ago, this was what was released, State House press release. There's another update. Lagbaja, President Tinubu has postponed the federal executive meeting for today. But let's go to the main development story that was taking place just before I was coming on air, with you this morning. 2 hours ago, State House press release has now announcement of the passing of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Abiodun Lagbaja. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, regret to announce the passing of Lieutenant General Tarid Abiodun Lagbaja, the Chief of Army Staff, at the age of 56. He passed away yesterday, Tuesday night, in Lagos after a period of illness. He was born on February 28, 1968, just 8 years after the Nigerian independence. Lieutenant General Lagbaja was appointed Chief of Army Staff, on the 19th of June 2023 when President Bola Tinubu became the president. His distinguished military career began when he enrolled in the Nigerian Defense Academy in 1987. On the September 19, 1992, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Nigerian Infantry Corps as a member of the 39th Regular Corps. Throughout his service, Lieutenant General Lagbaja demonstrated exceptional leadership and commitment, serving as a platoon commander in the 93 Battalion and the 72 Special Force Battalion. He played a pivotal role in the numerous internal security operations, including Operation Zaki in Benue State, Lafia Do in Borno, Udoka in Southeast Nigeria, and Operation Forest Sanity across Kaduna and Niger State. And to finish up, an alumnus of the prestigious U.S. Army War College, he earned a master's degree in strategic studies, demonstrate his dedication. President Tinubu expressed his heartfelt condolences to the family and the Nigerian Armed Forces during this difficult time. He wishes Lieutenant General Lagbaja eternal peace and honors his significant contribution. This is coming from Bayo Ononuga, the special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Wow, may we say that may his soul rest in perfect peace? Because I skipped that, I didn't see that one coming on, but I missed that one. But it's good that you picked on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's information we have pertaining to the Army Chief of Staff. Is that him?
Chief of Army Staff.
Chief of Army Staff. Yeah. But let's talk about it briefly. There was a situation. Was it last week there or last 2 weeks when Samuel Ekpa was saying that he was dead, and then there came a story that there was a phone call between himself and the president. So, President, I'm still alive, and blah blah blah, and everybody just quashed the whole thing. So is it that there was something going on, but they didn't want to reveal it?
Well, as usual, it's only in Africa that death is always shielded away. Let me take you back to when we had the former president Shehu Yaradua. It was completely, in a vegetable state, but apparently it passed on in Germany. But it seems that, the cabal wanted to keep it, out of the sight of many Nigerians until, there was some kind of exposition that brought it out. When we heard about the death of Lagbaja, which is coming up to literally under 2 weeks today, it felt like a rumor. But again, when those put the information out, were saying to the government to give us a proof of life, the government did not do so. But as usual, the government came out, to say that he was still alive as at the time. But when Tinubu returned back from France after coming on a work visit to UK, then traveled to France, returned back to Nigeria, we realized that he brought in an acting, to replace him. And that sent that signal that Lagbaja was incapacitated, from being, able to take back the role. But as you can hear this morning, he passed on yesterday, and we can only say, to the family, may soul rest in peace.
Okay, may his soul rest in perfect peace. As we said, we'll be talking about that in the course of the week as well, the impact of his demise to the Nigerian Army and the security apparatus as a whole. We'll be talking about that. Just bear with us. But if you have any messages that you want to post on, feel free to do so, and we will touch on that as well. So now let's come to the story that I put through. Now we're talking about the kidnapping that has gone on with the Catholic priest. We're looking at the security. What has been, somebody will say, what has been his footprint? What is his legacy? What has it been? Because if we have a Catholic priest being kidnapped once again, that means that the work that they were doing didn't go far enough. Yomi?
Well, it has always been, a country that has been full of, chaos when it comes to the insecurity that we thought that Buhari was able to, to hold on to it, but apparently Buhari could not do much. And that means that, as a former, military, person, much was not done. Again, We've now had a new sheriff in town. Tinubu is still, trying to get things around. But as you can hear now this morning, he has also lost his chief of army staff. So that shows that, pressure is currently on the ground, with the new chief of army staff be able, to put things around quickly and, put the morale, especially, the death of the chief of army staff, can also bring down the morale of the force. But one thing is, as you said this morning, the gun kidnapped a Catholic priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Azubike in Imo State. What we do know is that, the church official says he was kidnapped along Ayayi community in Obolo while returning from an assignment late Tuesday yesterday. The Catholic Diocese of Ugowa confirmed the incident in a statement. So it's not just one case. There are multiple cases of kidnapping, and there are also multiple cases of other insecurity across the country.
Well, now, has there been any, the acting army chief, has he been appointed?
Oh yes, there was, like I said, the acting, chief of army staff was announced, by Tinubu just after he returned back to Nigeria, a few weeks, ago. And as you know, why President Tinubu appoint a new army chief? There's a lot of development going on, but Tinubu promote acting COS Oyeledu to Lieutenant General. This was, some few hours ago, but according to the report, President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday yesterday decorated the acting chief of army staff. Whether the president was aware of the death and preparing this new person to take charge, but according to the report, the ceremony that took place at the presidential complex of the State House, President Tinubu decorated the chief of army staff that is called Oluyede, who is now taking charge as the acting. We will see what happens if there will be, officially appointed as the new chief of army staff, but he's still an acting. And from the report that we got earlier, as an updated, President Tinubu has also had to cancel, the FEC meeting, which is the Federal Executive Council meeting today, in respect, to the death of General Lagbaja. President Tinubu has also ordered flags to be flown at half-mast state nationwide for 7 days in honor of the departed general. Earlier today, President Tinubu has expressed his heart condolences to Lagbaja and also the Nigerian Armed Forces.
Okay, listen to Starr Radio UK. Has there been any reaction from, I know Samuel Ekpa did react the first time when there were rumor of its death, but has there been any reaction from his quarters or other places at all?
Yes, there are. 2 hours ago, Samuel Ekpa, the PM to the Biafra government in exile and the de facto, posted this breaking. Nigeria government officially wrote Donald Trump to distance himself from agitation for freedom. They've actually advertised me to Mr. President. That is, 2 hours ago. But in response to what you've just asked, if Simon Ekpa has reacted, to the death of, Lagbaja, all I can say so far is that I told you people there is nothing I have said that didn't come to pass. I said he will never return. I told you he's dead. They didn't want to validate me, but at the end, shame on them.
It's quite interesting because I don't know, his followers will say, well, now we have to take someone else's word as gospel every time he speaks because he says it and it's true. Maybe government will not tell you that it's true though. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, Mr. Olayomi Koiki for you. Let's look at one other story, then I'll let you bring the rest. Peter Obi is crying the constant national grid collapse. Now, we've had that a couple of weeks ago when the national grid collapsed and we're talking about its frequency. Now, it looks like it's going on and on and on and on. But he's saying that, well, you have elected an incompetent government and that's what they are offering onto you. What does he think? What's going on? Government is putting its best foot forward, right?
Well, government can put their forward, but that is if, we've done what is meant to have been done for decades. And, what do I mean by that? We've neglected, many infrastructure system, that could have helped, the country. And that means that today, Nigeria continue to struggle across, the globe. And without electricity, there is not much that can be done. You cannot have a full productivity in the country because, talk about it, almost everything needs, electricity. It doesn't matter how small your small businesses are, how big your businesses are. You need that power supply to be able to run it functionally. Even if your phone is only what you need for your business, you can't continue to have a phone run on a power bank. You need that electricity. But what we can tell you is that it's not just the news that is filtering through in Nigeria alone. I just want to change, bring in the, my background so that we can tell you that across the globe, Nigeria has become a laughing stock again and again. And this is coming from Reuters just a few hours yesterday. Nigeria power grid partially collapsed again, causing blackout. These kind of messages is not good for foreign investors that wants to bring in their money into the country and invest, because they will need up energy to be able to do so. According to the report, the Nigerian national grid suffered a partial collapse on Tuesday. The state power transmitter says, marking the 9th incident alone this year to have caused the power outrage across the country. The transmission company of Nigeria, TCN, said the grid experienced a disturbance at around 12:52 GMT, triggered by series of line and generator trips, destabilizing the system. While some regions, including the capital Abuja, regained power about an hour after the collapse, outrage continued elsewhere. And you're right, Peter B, is saying the same thing, just as many Nigerians, that we need to get the grips when it comes to power shortage across the country. Star Radio, you can come back again to you in the studio at exactly 25 minutes past 11 this morning.
Now, interestingly, let me link that to what is going on with the oil, finished oil product. We have Dangote, where we have the oil marketers saying that he's monopolizing everything. And so Nigeria I know that they export electricity to, I think, Benin and some of the other neighboring countries. But if Nigeria, it's been a long time that I don't think Nigeria should be in this particular place. Now, when we want to talk about using transformers or what do you call that, barges to generate power, Nigeria has got the fuel to fuel it. So why not? Is it lack of investment?
Well, you're quite right. It's not just lack of investment; it's lack of respect to humanity. Because, like I said, you need a power. And you're quite right. Let's go to Dangote again. No gloves against Dangote. Oil marketers clarify after a monopoly allegation. The clarification is coming from the Petroleum accused Dangote refinery of trying to suppress competitors in the downstream sector. We know that people like Dangote have been able to, create their own power to be able to run the refinery. They're not going to rely, on the I better pass my neighbor that many Nigerians are using. But like you said, the oil marketers have said that they are not up against Dangote refinery, as they are ready to purchase refined petroleum motor spirit known as petrol from the facility. This was in an interview that was granted in one of the media yesterday. The president of the Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Gil Billis Ari, said oil marketers will buy product from local facility if all market indices were fully agreed upon.
Market indices. Okay, let's see if the indices are agreed upon. Definitely that will happen. But what is the current price for fuel, petrol this morning in Lagos? Do you know from the top of your head?
Well, as of yesterday, it's going to almost close to 1,200 naira per liter. But it seems many diaspora are praying that maybe it should go a little bit more. And maybe that will bring a sense to many Nigerians to do the needful, especially those that are asking for self-determination. But again, that is on the side note, from some of our report. Let me quickly pick one comment here. But Batunde Olatunji says the former chief of Nigerian Army staff was killed by one Nigerian. I think it might be poisoned by the Fulani. There is no evidence to that, or our element which we disgruntled by the Tinubu regime policy, which they consider is against their interest. Remember how the system has been taking the lives of Yoruba elite since 1960. So again, there is no evidence pointing to that. But from what we heard, he was ill and he passed on yesterday, according to the government report.
Yes, and that is all the information that we have. We will not speculate. That is all that we have. So comments come in and we'll look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK at 11:29. I leave you on me to bring you the rest of the stories making the rounds. Over to you, sir.
Well, this morning there's still a lot of reaction, to the death of Lagbaja. I'll be bringing that later on in just about a few minutes. But it seems that as many will now be asking questions, on that. The person that also put the story out, Jackson Hude, when I reveal, this is going back to, Lagbaja again, the Chief of Army Staff, that has now been confirmed officially that he passed on, according to report. I'm sure this is devastating news for many Nigerians and many of the military personnel. This is what he said. When I revealed and posted on the death of the Chief of Army Staff, General Tariq Lagbaja, weeks ago, I was threatening, called fake news peddle. But today, after they appointed another as the Chief of Army Staff and promote him to the rank of Lieutenant General, they have now decided to confirm General Lagbaja's death. Again, that is, he's an investigative journalist, but based in America. But again, as you can see, that is quite a lot of reports coming there. But let's come back because of the time constraint, and I know it's going to be a heated one. As many Nigerians, Kemi Badenoch, became the conservative. I know we've not been on air for a couple of days. Maybe we should pick on that.
Yeah.
Many Yorubas are now asking that, would she have been given the same opportunity, if she was, in Nigeria political, space? Because we know that many females, in the Nigerian political space are always pushed back, not given the opportunity, even if you have to, put your body out there. So as also, many also asking the question, what would be, a reflection when it comes to those that are campaigning for self-determination? We know that she will align to the British as that is where she will line up with. But let's take a look at her and compare with Kemi Adeosun. Kemi Adeosun was appointed, by the former President Muhammadu Buhari just about 2015 as the finance minister. We know what was the end of her, because the cabal that she was stepping toes on could not take the heat as she was trying to put things right, according to report, when it comes to the finance, department and many of the corruption going on in Nigeria. But eventually, they were kind of what they called, waiting for her, because they were able to use the fact that she did not participate in the NYSC, and that became a saga, and she resigned, even though Buhari begged her. So you can see the difference that, if you work hard in this country, you put your effort in, your integrity is there, you're likely to be somebody, and that is exactly, what Kemi Adeosun has been able to prove. That's just to pick on that quickly as a diaspora, discussion this morning. Let's move back again quickly, because there's still, one or two news I want to pick on, and that has got to do with, yesterday we saw the minors that we were told that have been kept after they were putting the Russian flag out there in Nigeria were eventually released, according to President Tinubu, requesting that every single one of them to be released, because there was no reason keeping them in the prison since August. When they were brought to the court, they were very, very, looking not to the fit that we can talk about. So that takes me to the next story, or the next headline rather. World Bank has now earmarked $50 million to support Nigeria's food nutrition challenges. The fund was earmarked under the Accelerating Nutrition Result in Nigeria Project 2.0 program, which is a crisis response window. It's not the first time that we are getting, support from the World Bank, the IMF, the European countries. But the management of this fund is what makes many of us question whether they are being channeled for the proper use, or is just again, money that comes through and goes out. According to the country director of the World Bank, Nadeem Diop, revealed this during a meeting with the Vice President Kashima Shettima, that was also able to, after the instruction by President Tinubu to release all the minors, there were a lot of activities at the Aso Rock where they were returned back to their governors and taken back to their state. But it was not just as easy as that. It was a lot of backlash that the government were not comfortable with, and that's the reason why. But coming back to this particular story, according to Diop, the fund was IMAC under the Accelerating Nutrition Result in Nigeria Project 2.0 program, which is a crisis response window. Also, practice manager for health, nutrition, and the population at the World Bank, Trina Acquid, said there was a need for nutrition education for children and adolescents, as it is important for the early child development. So we're going to be monitoring that as well. And again, let's hope that this funding will be used for the purpose of what it has been, earmarked for, rather than, end up in a politician pocket and end up buying properties abroad. We take one more from the business, because I know we're really, really pressed of time. When it comes to, tax reform, we saw how the 19th governors reacted, to that last week, when they were actually saying, no, we don't want any tax, reform. But again, as usual, federal government is now urged to stop any tax reform, according to the headline. The tax expert and the chief executive officer of AOC, Adebisi Oderinde and Co., Adebisi Oderinde, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to shelve the plan of executing a new tax reform. Like I said, there was a lot of backlash by the 19 governors, when it comes to tax. We do know what the purpose of tax is in this country, and many of the projects and many of the facilities that we enjoy as our children and ourselves is due to the fact that we are paying tax. So what could be the reason why the CEO, a chartered accountant and a tax consultant, over 28 years experience, many people think that the plan to reform is to favor Lagos State. Well, I'm not too sure why. He went further to say, however, the state will be negatively affected if the tax reform takes effect due to the present economic challenges in the country. The tax professional urged President Tinubu to immediately discontinue plans to raise the tax bar or any other move to executive the tax reform. Or Derry, they say, my advice is for us to make ale while the sun shine, and the journey of 1,000 kilometers starts with a step, and slowly and steady wins the race. The country is hard. I am a tax practitioner, and as much as we continue to pray for President, he must listen to the words of the elderly, especially as it concerns tax reform. I'm not sure what the reaction of our listeners this morning will be, but as we say, this is the platform that brings you what is going on across. At 11:36, let's take you straight to some of those, headlines. There's a lot of Nigerians that have been following. Yesterday, we saw Davido says it's the first time of voting in America. There was a lot of, comment underneath that particular, tweet as well. But this morning, as Nigerians continue to wake up, many will be looking at what is going on in America with the new sheriff coming in town, Donald Trump, and also what is going on back home as well in Nigeria when it comes to, the debt and many other activities as well. But one thing is, many Nigerians, especially those that are campaigners to right to self-determination, continue to ask the question if the government would allow a peaceful dialogue, because the month is getting closer, the days are becoming narrow. I mean, it's not even a month anymore, especially as the Biafra declaration, will be stipulated according to Simon, December 2nd. Also, we've seen more activities of this UK government after Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho, dropped that letter at number 10 Downing Street. And that takes me straight to David Lammy, traveling to Nigeria and telling Nigerians that, the UK see Nigeria as the 5th largest economic in the next 51 years. Could that then be what is part of the plan by the Obas, the kings, that are hosting a meeting tomorrow on the 7th to re-amalgamate or make a push for Nigeria to remain one, according to many of the reports that on the 7th, David Lammy was in Nigeria on Sunday on a visit, according to the UK government, for a couple of days. And that takes me straight to that story. Growth at the heart of the Foreign Secretary visit to Nigeria and South Africa. This is coming from the gov.co.uk, the Commonwealth, that is telling us that, David Lammy will be, making his way to Nigeria, which he has done already. I saw, images of him in Lagos State. But some of what David Lammy is saying is that, it will be of better interest that we keep Nigeria together, because Nigeria will remain, a place, by 20, in the next 51 years, by 2075, I believe, when Nigeria, will be a fifth largest economy. When that report came out and the news filtered out, many of those that believe in the campaign for self-determination are now asking the question, the pertinent question, could it be a reason why after Igbowo's letter to number 10 Downing Street, we are seeing the foreign secretary traveling to Nigeria and encouraging us that we should remain as one? And this is how the press statement that came out, a press release rather, from the Foreign Secretary David Lammy visit to Nigeria and South Africa. Briefly, economic growth to underpin work in both Nigeria and South Africa, as the Foreign Secretary agrees to develop a new UK-South Africa growth plan and a new strategic partnership with Nigeria. Climate continues to be top agenda of the Foreign Secretary engagement as he visit the Earthshot event in Cape Town. The Foreign Secretary set out growth is the core mission of his government, and we underpin our relationship in Nigeria, South Africa, and beyond. And the last one is, David Lammy says, if Nigeria remain one by 51 years from now, Nigeria will be the fifth largest economy in the world.
But we will get 50 years from now. Are we going to see that time coming in? Let me quickly come to you with the visit of David Lammy, the UK Foreign Secretary to Nigeria.
Yes, he says that Nigeria will be the world's fifth largest economy by 2075. The Foreign Secretary will advocate for further collaboration on mutual growth by the UK-Nigerian Enhanced Trade and Investment Partnership that was signed earlier this year.
Now, interestingly, what I wanted to ask is, did he say anything pertaining to the letter that was presented to number 10 Downing Street? Were there any signs of it at all? Or the fact that he said that if Nigeria stays together, then, so means that he was referring to something of the sort?
Well, none of that was, was put out there in these communique that was released on the 3rd by the UK government. But what we know is that, the Foreign Secretary says he wants to advocate for further trade and climate collaboration between Nigeria and UK. How he wants to do that with many of, a country that is so divided. We have the, the current, self-determination going on between the Biafra, the Oduduwa, and even the Arewa has spoken out as well, says that it is in the interest for the country to divide. And like I'm picking up from Margaret Ibijoke, says next 51 years, many Nigerians will have died of poverty and treatment as unloved animals. And again, this is a lie coming from Ayokunle Agbolade. So many, especially of the Yorubas, are now putting the picture together. Igbowo dropped the letter on the 12th of October. Within 2 days, we saw the British High Commissioner against it in Nigeria. The federal government was on intimidation that what is going on by this letter. Many space around the world started talking about it and even criticizing it, that they shouldn't have taken the letter down to number 10 Downing Street. And less than the same month, we are now saying less than a month, because if you calculate 12th of October, we're still on the 6th. David Lammy, I don't know whether the plan was already on the table. We can't say. But what we know is, could it be that after the letter that was dropped is the reason why David Lammy was put on the flight to Nigeria to assure Nigerian government that the relationship will continue to 2075?
Well, 2075.
I'll probably be in my 100, God's willing.
50 years time, right? Maybe I'll be dead because I'll be 100. I'll be 109. Oh gosh, I don't want to live at that time. It's too scary to live at that time, But interesting. Now let's take. I know that I will let you bring what is happening on the social media, but Kevin Badenoch's chance to become the leader of the Conservative. I know you touched on it. How has Nigerians as a whole accepted it, and do they think that it's something that is going to work for them in their interest?
That itself is a lot of question that many have asked if it would be of interest. There was a particular article and I'm just going to touch on that. The article, I mean, I could do a summary of it, was asking, will she remember the rivers that she has traveled from, or will she just neglect it? Because according to, even I went into the biblical aspect of the discussion, that, according to Malachi, I think if I'm right, let me quickly pick on that. According to that article, says she was the last person to enter the race. We know all that. A little over 100 years ago, it would have been unimaginable for that woman, Kemi Badenoch, to have, even let alone, be the major political party. But while many Yorubas may be quick to congratulate, I believe it is time for those around her to educate her on the dangers of the Yoruba land has never remained the same in all aspects of developmental growth. We have fared even far worse since independence in 1960 and return to democracy in 1999. The story of our people, Yoruba land, is nothing to write home about. That influence must be used to advance the cause of our native Yoruba homeland. And you can see that as much as it is a welcome development, it is also for her to see if she will, Kemi has shown herself, if she will be able to use her voice, especially the campaign for the self-determination of the Yoruba people that she's from as a background, even though she was born in Wimbledon some 1980s, around that time.
It's quite an interesting one, but let me ask a hypothetical question. So let's take it that, or we come next 5 years, we go for elections and the Conservative win under the leadership of Kemi Badenoch. Now, do you think that maybe that will, damn down, if by that time, let's say the Yoruba nation has not been able to get out of Nigeria as a whole, would you think that is something, because we know that she's outspoken, and she calls a spade a spade. So if she was in Nigeria, she'll be looking at whatever thing that is going on and she'll be calling it out. So taking that into context, do you think hypothetically, if she happened to be the leader of the Conservatives come the next 4 or 5 years when election is called, it will make the Yoruba nation maybe calm down, thinking that, she's going to now speak it out, fight our cause for us, and therefore will be treated fairly, and therefore there's no need for us to get out of Nigeria as a whole? What do you think?
Well, I don't think so, because we got to remember that our interest lies in the British, where she was born, in as much as one of her parents, her dad is from background to Yoruba. But one thing is, maybe our influence can change things around, is what many will be expecting, as you said, if in the next 5 years the country is still as it is. But one thing is that whether that will happen, we know that it's a very difficult one. We've listened to her, especially when it comes to the slave trade discussion. And for me personally, I don't think she will be able to do anything. And that is my own opinion as someone that rejected slave trade reparation, and also so many of what the monarchy the monarch did during the colonial era. She did talk about it, but she said that we got to talk about the good things and try to move on with what played out over the last 500 years of the slave trade across the continent.
Well, she talk about moving on. After all, somebody says she's married to Igbo, so what? But do you think that there is a need for the Yoruba nation to present a letter to her? Because at times when people don't have the full information, they behave. But when people have got the full information, they'll sit down and then look at it. Because, but for the fact that we brought Yoruba nation on, and your interaction with you and with Chief and Professor and all that stuff, that has got me more knowledge into what has gone on, amalgamation and everything. If not, I wouldn't have known. So maybe she doesn't know that history. Now, do you think there's a need for a letter to also be presented to her as the leader of the opposition in the UK? Would that have any impact at all? And do you have any plans of that sort?
Well, I spoke to Professor, the leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Group, and yes, there's a plan to communicate with her. Again, whatever that communication is and when that is going to happen is what I don't know. But yes, there is, these plan to communicate, with her as the opposition leader, if she can use her influence, and then, based on that influence, she can use that, with the current state of the Yorubas that are asking for their right to a full independent autonomous state, as being part of Nigeria that David Lammy wants to keep for the next, well, not David Lammy, but David Lammy saying that Nigeria will be a better place, by the 2075, which is about 51 years.
Mabolaji Abdullahi, good morning to you there as well. But what is left on the social media? Because I know that we spend so much.
Well, there's not much apart from, like I said, the reaction is still flowing through. According to Daily Farotimi 3 hours ago, disunited we became as prey. We must unite to birth the Nigeria with desire. President Tinubu, they've come up with a beautiful flyer. 47, congratulations, President Tinubu. But underneath that, we know that there will be all these other discussion, especially when people ask, other top countries, President, congratulate Donald Trump with 6 to 9 lines of X tweet. But those reach African time now, notebook, we want the right with front and back cover. And like I said, the front and back cover, let's see if I can bring that in before we go, because that's exactly what the reaction is, that as much as everyone is congratulating Donald Trump, but as usual, Africa, we do a bit of extra, to reflect what we do when it comes to, congratulations. So that is, what the individual is talking about. I don't know whether we can say properly there. Let's take a few more lines from there. Whoever is behind the Nigerian president, Andrew, is doing a great job. This graphic is prestigious. It looks like somebody's happy with it. We don't need criminals in power to congratulate Donald Trump. This is coming from another individual. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the United States of America. And the last one is, but in Nigeria, INEC reader know the work.
After this one, we all watch this, so we know what went on. But they say Nigeria, and Ghana is also going to be going for election exactly tomorrow, a month from tomorrow, the 7th of December. And there's lots of head shaking, and people are worried about that. But it looks like the same template of what is happening in the US. Would that pan out well for them? You want to know more? You got to stay tuned. Bayomi, before you go.
Well, Joseph Sunday Akinrele says, Lagbaja has come and gone, home without a war. Death is inevitable. National grid collapse is sabotaged by these few greedy Nigerians to the nation. They are working against the progress of the nation. And Omobolaji Abdullahi say, it seems that Simon Ekpa has ended whatever he must have said, regarding Lagbaja. We know death is inevitable. And the last one is coming from Lolade Akanji. Say, all of us living abroad want to go home, but it seems that home is not available. And on that note, I'll leave you with Archie this morning to take you through the next of the line of, some of the latest that is coming up. Please do not touch the dial, because Archie has a lot to offer. And we say from Star Radio UK, may the soul of Lagbaja rest in peace, and the soul of those that have died as well in Nigeria continue to rest in peace.
Thank you very much, Yomi. We'll catch up later, sir. Right then.
Bye for now.
Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Mr. Olayomi Koiki bringing you updates from Nigeria. Yes, it comes your way every weekday from 11 o'clock on the morning show. And I hope that this morning you've enjoyed all this information that we brought your way. As I did say earlier, I want to apologize sincerely. For the past week, I've been under the weather and recouping and doing our best to come in just to make sure that we feed you with the necessary information that you need. Let's take a quick break. We come back and I'll bring you the rest of the stories making the rounds across the globe. It's going to be a swift one, then we can bring the program to a close. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Star Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
This is Starr Radio UK.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Okay, welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Just bear with me, I've got all my nose clogged up. But hey, as I said, we have to make sure that at least we are in to bring you all or some of the stories making the rounds. But straight on, just moving on to the US, as we did say earlier on. Well. Let me review it. Yes. As at 11:55, that's 5 minutes to the top of the hour, Donald Trump is in the lead. He's crossed the line. Virtually he's won because he had 279 against 223 by Kamala Harris. So the question is, what exactly had gone on? The polls were saying, it was too close to call at the knife edge, a razor blade, a head edge, and all that stuff. But it looks like, no. There was one person who also said he predicts elections, and he's predicted for years, and his predictions have always come through. And it looks like that prediction never came through, because he predicted before even the first debate between Harris and Trump, and that was saying that Harris is going to be the first lady, a woman, and a black woman as well to be the president of the United States. But the question I'm asking myself this morning once again is, what did they get wrong? The choosing of Walz as the running mate, was that right? And a few things there. But we don't have time to talk about it all today. God willing, tomorrow and the days ahead, we'll be looking at that, because we're thinking that it's going to be a long week bringing you all the results. However, it didn't work out that way. Everything has come together, and now we know that Donald Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America. Wow. Okay. So, but the question is, will Trump be able to bring the whole world together and forestall peace? As he said, he doesn't want war. A few people out of his leaders who were interviewed did go on to say that they never want war, and when these old people go start wars and then they send the young youth there to go and be fighting in those wars and losing their lives left, right, center. But he thinks that no. But what do you think about all that? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. We'll talk about the rhetorics of Donald Trump, his presentation, and all that, the scary tactics that he's been using. But, well, it's all pan well for them. Well, his supporters decided, and the U.S. majority decided, we want him to be our next leader. But what do you think about all that? Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. This guy GP jailed for inheritance row, poisoning. It's one of the stories making the rounds here in the UK. But let's quickly move on. Treasury should have declared overspend by law. That is here in the UK. The Treasury should have disclosed a 9.5 billion overspend in the public finance on the run-up to the previous government spring budget under the law, the UK spending watchdog has said. Richard Hughes, chair of the Office of the Budget of Responsibility, told the committee of MPs on Tuesday the Treasury should explain why information was not provided to us. That is to them. Apologies. His comments prompted the committee's chair and Labour's MP Meg Hillier to suggest the Treasury may have broken the law. The Conservative Party has been contacted for comment. Now, last week the OBR said the previous government did not provide them with all available information at former Chancellor Jeremy Hunt's last budget in March. The 9.5 billion overspend from the basis of Chancellor Rachel Reeves' claim that the Conservative left Labour with a significant hole in the public finance. So if they left 9.5, they are saying they left 20 billion, and now Rachel Reeves also has clamored in raised tax by 40 billion. So where is where? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on to other parts of the world, protests erupt in Israel after Netanyahu fires defense minister. Now, yesterday information came through that he's fired the defense minister. Protests have erupted in Israel after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu fired the country's defense minister, Yoav Gallant. Netanyahu said a crisis of trust between the two leaders led to his decision, adding that his trust in Gallant had eroded in recent months, and Foreign Minister Israel Katz will step in to replace him. Now, Gallant said his removal was due to disagreement on 3 issues, including his belief that it is possible to get the remaining hostages back from Gaza if Israel makes painful concessions, which it can bear. Now, many protesters on the streets were calling for Netanyahu to resign and demanding the new defense minister prioritizes hostage deal. Netanyahu and Gallant have long had a divisive working relationship during the past year. There have been reports of shouting matches between the two men over Israel's war strategy. The former defense minister has also been unhappy at plans to continue to allow Israel ultra-Orthodox citizens to be exempt from serving in the military. Now, months before the start of the war in Gaza in October, Netanyahu had fired Gallant over political differences before reinstating him following the major public outcry. But this time around, I think it's gone for good, right? Yes. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. At 12:minutes, just mopping up quickly, and then we can bring the program to a close there. Okay, just bear with us. Ukraine says it fought North Korean troops for first time. Defense Minister Rustem Umerov said a small group of North Korean soldiers were attacked. And what is going to happen there, we're going to be telling you more about that. The fact that they are bringing them there doesn't necessarily mean that they are coming with different weapons or let me put it, of mass destruction to help fight the war, but they are there as humans and who were trained by Russians to be able to do that. But what does that pan out? Now that we have Trump who has won the election, what is it all going to amount to there? So coming your way. And then so moving on quickly. Oh gosh. China welcomes Myanmar's embattled leader on first visit since coup. So that means that China is in support of Myanmar's military leader. But how is that all going to be turning out? Now with Trump in power, because knowing that if they decide to do anything now, Taiwan, occupying Taiwan, and I don't think that would be something that will go. I mean, with Trump in power and everything that's going to go, it's going to be quite an interesting one. So it's what do you call it? China going to try to occupy Taiwan now before Trump comes in, and say that they've taken over before Trump comes in, because there are lots of military exercises that have gone on. Knowing that now we have the Democrats who are going out. And what support is now the Democrats going to give to Ukraine? The concessions going to be given to Russia, so that when Trump comes in, he says, "Okay, war over," and people will say, "Yeah, he said that he's going to do it," and it's because he said when he comes in, first 24 hours or 48 hours, and he's going to sort that out. I don't know what it's going to be. Is Russia going to be taking over the places that have already occupied, and then Ukraine will be told, "You better stand down." And what is going to happen to NATO? And what is going to happen to Europe as a whole? Going to be quite an interesting one. Very close. We have to watch it. Now, Modi condemns violence after Canada Temple incident. And what violence was that? We'll be telling you more about that as I did say. Let me bring you the excerpts of it. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi had criticized the cowardly attempts to intimidate diplomats in a deepening diplomatic row with Canada. Both countries expelled each other's top envoys last month after Canadian officials accused India of being involved in violent acts targeting Indian dissidents on Canadian soil, something the country denies. Well, he's denied it, but is it actually doing that? That is another question for another day. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now, when it comes to an African front, well, Nigeria's army chief dies age 56. Wow, you look at his face, it didn't look well there when this picture was taken. But I hope that he is good. He is good. What do I mean by that? Well, now that he's died, our thoughts are with his family, and we say may his soul rest in perfect peace. And then Equatorial Guinea Vice President warns against office sex after viral videos. He's a weirdo. Okay, my apologies for that. I don't know whether he's permed his hair or I don't get it. Now, civil servants caught having sex in their offices will face severe measures, the Vice President of Equatorial Guinea has warned, after hundreds of allegedly pornographic videos were leaked to the public. The videos reportedly involved high-ranking civil servants Balataza Abang and Gonga having sex with the various women, including the wives of prominent officials in his office. Mr. Ngonga is head of the country's National Financial Investigation Agency and also a relative of the country's president. He has not yet commented. Well, he says that if they find anything of the sort, you are out of the door. All right. Okay, let's move on to Ghana as well, and let's bring you what is happening there. Now, how do you see the picture of what is taking place in the U.S. as per what is going to happen in Ghana exactly the 7th of December? So, and one day from today. How do you see it? How is it all going to be panning out? But the Dean of the Faculty of Art at the University of Cape Coast, Professor Kwamina Safo Kantaka, has disclosed that the sovereignty of the Parliament is limited to its law-making function. The Supreme Court has dismissed the Speaker of Parliament, Agbangbanwe's application to set aside its orders, saying the ruling that declared 4 seats vacant on October 17, 2024. According to the Apex Court, the grounds of Speaker Agbangbanwe's application for the Apex Court to set aside its order on October 18, 2024 has no merit. The Speaker of Parliament, Agbangbanwe, on Thursday, October 17, declared the seats of 4 members of Parliament vacant. He gave his ruling on a motion filed by an opposition member of the Parliament seeking the Speaker to declare 4 seats vacant due to breach of Article 97, subsection 1, G and H in the 1992 Republican Constitution. Now, so it's quite an interesting development that is going on there. So, who has the majority if they are saying that he has not got a right to do that as well? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, so bring you some of the other stories there, and then we can bring the program to a close. The United Nations Special Representative for West Africa and Sahel, Leonardo Santos Simao, has emphasized the critical role of effective communication by the Electoral Commission in building public trust ahead of Ghana's elections. In his interview, he acknowledged the easy strides in transparency, but suggested further improvement to meet growing public expectations. Transparency is essential, but transparency without effective communication can fall short, Mr. Simao said. Now, he explained that citizens are increasingly informed and engaged, making it vital for institutions like the EC to provide not only detailed information, but also clear explanation. With a month until the 2024 election, the Electoral Commission has become one of the least trusted public institutions in the country. The latest Afrobarometer survey reveals that the public perception of the EC as corrupt is on the rise. While the EC is responsible for organizing the December 7th election in a fair, impartial, and transparent manner, only 28% of respondents expressed trust in the commission. And then finally, it says, well, well, if John Mahama no fit do anything in his final 4 years at all, but is able to get you locked up in jail, I will be fine. K. Bafo is saying in relation to a tweet by Gabriel Chiridako, the de facto prime minister. Now, he said, I just listened to this first time American voter on CNN Live, and when she was asked how she voted, she answered, I voted for change. I voted for Kamala Harris. For her, Trump, who is seeking a delayed second term, does not represent change. A very interesting perspective. That's what he posted. But the question is, this lady, first time voter, might have done that. But what was the result of the US elections? Is one who was waiting for a second term, or that had been deferred for, call it 8 years, coming in, 4 years coming in to do that. But here, we call it 8 years in Ghana. So what is it going to be? It's going to be the same template. Ladies and gentlemen, this will have to bring the program to a close for today. My apologies, my nose is all clogged up that I cannot even go on to continue to present the program. But God willing, tomorrow, God willing, I'll be coming your way with another edition of the morning show. So on that note, let me say thank you very much for every one of you who tuned in today to join in. The Zogoma says the problem of Africa. When that song ends, you don't hear from me. It's with me, Archie. Let me say good morning to Atakufi, and good afternoon to Atakufi as well, and to as many of you who listen to us. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye for now.
The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Them all go to universities. Universities award them degrees. Big degrees. Degrees. Big degrees. MSc in stealing. Bachelor of Arts, mismanagement. Masters in looting. MSc in corruption. Bachelor of Science in nepotism. MSc in forgery. Bachelor of Arts in indiscipline. MSc in embezzlement. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Some of them went to London School of Food.